back with the always controversial Ann Coulter, and this audience wants to get in on this conversation.
My first question is for you. Do you have any children?
Not relevant to statistics.
Okay, because for me, I've seen, not only my family, I have a ton of friends who are single mothers, and the way they raise their children, they give them the most love than even two parents can give them. I'm raising a family with two parents, and you know, you don't know what it's like sometimes to have two parents. Sometimes, some people, it's worse to have two parents. I agree. You'd rather have just one parent who gives you all that love than two parents who are constantly arguing, who they've been together for years and they're miserable. And you can't speak for everybody. You're speaking about statistics.
Right.
You have to live it in order to understand it, not just by statistics.
And sometimes Derek Jeter strikes out. And yet, he's still a great baseball player because we look at overall how many times at bats, how many times a home run. When you have 70% of the children in juvenile delinquent institutions coming from single-parent homes, yes, I'm sure some single mothers do a terrific job, and I'm sure there are some two parents who do a terrible job. And yet, the statistics are the statistics.
And we have more from the audience.
You keep saying, you know, statistics, but anybody can make up a statistic.
That's why there's so many of them, from both the left and from the right, and for 30 years now.
Where do you think it's okay to say all this?
Okay,
I mean,
you know what, you may as well stand up.
My mother was a single mother, and I'm getting, like, emotional.
That's fine. You're saying what you feel.
I can't talk now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you may as well stand up and say, I'm a smoker and I'm very upset about the smoking statistics, and don't you tell me about lung cancer. The statistics are the statistics.
Be nice. She's talking about something important to her.
So is smoking, and people dying of smoking, and so is people being raised by single mothers.
I don't understand.
Standing up and saying, I'm a single mother and you can't say that is not an argument.
Tell her about your mom.
I didn't say that I was a single mother. I come from a single family.
Okay,
I'm not a
came from a
rapist. I'm not a murderer.
Don't yell at me about what the smoking statistics are.
We're not talking about smoking, lady. We're talking about single parents. We're talking about something far more important than smoking, I feel.
Yes, as I said, it's more damaging to a child.
So for you to even put those two together is ridiculous. I know you're saying this stuff, but do you think about it before you say it?
No, just shoot off at the mouth. It's a chapter of my last book. It has the studies there if you're interested. It is study after study. No, I'm just shooting off the top of my head what comes into my mind.
Actually, I'm a minor, and I come from a single family, single mother, okay? And I was raised really well. I'm doing really well. I'm going to school. I'm doing what I need to do to make it in life, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably be making more money than you. Only because I'm not just famous for stating a horrible opinion, not a statistic.
Look, the point is not what has happened to children who have been raised by single mothers already. Wish you the best. The point is to influence choices going forward.
But
now,
Ann, are you serious about this? Because everyone here is outraged in this audience. I mean, you are citing statistics. I know that they're credible, but what we're hearing here is you've kind of focused this approach, you know, anti-single mothers. Do you really believe all of that stuff?
Who's the Christian here, Father? I care about the children. I care about how they are raised. And for you to be encouraging women to have children out of wedlock and discouraging them from being sent to nice adoptive homes, I find shocking.
First of all, you are nobody to pass judgment because half of us didn't even know who you were until today. Second, I am a single mother. And I am a great parent. I own a business. I go to school full time. My daughter is smart. She is happy. I'm a mother and a father. And I am great parents. We should be questioning how well adjusted you are.
First of all, I agree with what the girl just said, and I'm a single mother as well. I have a 15-year-old daughter.
We can talk to Ann without the personal attacks, right? I think we need to be balanced here and not take it from one extreme to the other, because then, you know, we're blaming her for doing something that now we're doing ourselves, and we're going back and forth. And perhaps part of the problem we have in our society today is we can't debate and talk to people who think differently than we do. And that's part of the issue here. Yes.
Okay, with that said, I am a single-year-old daughter, private school, ever since she was in the kindergarten. I hold it down, no welfare, no nothing. I work full-time. She goes to school full-time. She wants to go to Harvard, distinguished honor roll. I mean, so is that directed towards me being a single mother as well? I come from a two-parent family myself, but I do very well with my child, no help, just me, and I do own a business as well.
And the father was totally absent.
What father?
See, and this is my issue, and I think that we've talked about this during the break. I was asking you, what about all these absent dads? Do you ever say anything about them?
I think I've answered that. We don't have a society and a culture that celebrates them and encourages fathers to leave the women they have impregnated. When you start having movies and glamour magazines and the court system glamorizing deadbeat dads, but in fact we call them deadbeat dads. And I wish single mothers all the luck in the world. Very helpful having you all stand up and insult me. You are proving to me that you are fantastic mothers.
Okay, A, I don't know where you're getting your statistics. B, I think if you're not the one carrying that child for 9 months and feeling that baby kick inside you, you know, it's easy for you to say when you're not that person carrying that baby. And C, my mom was a single mom. I never met my dad. He went bye-bye. Never met him. She raised me. She was the mom. She was the dad. I never wanted for anything. She gave me everything I had. I am 36 years old. I have a family of my own now. I have a 12-year-old, and I'm back in school now. I'm very successful, so I really don't know where you're getting this.
I just don't know how you expect me to answer when I have a full chapter of this book with every footnote telling you where I got it. You want to know where I got it? You can look up the studies. I mean, you can stand up, find your own study, but there isn't one.
Okay, I want to thank you, Anne, for being with us. I know that everything that has gone on here is very controversial. We're listening to different opinions, and obviously Anne's new book is demonic. Controversial too, once again, and we want to thank you for being here with us and taking the time to be on Father Albert today. And now, my friends, I want to hear your thoughts. Go to FatherAlbertShow.com and check out our homepage. We'll be right back.
In here.
I really am just kind of annoyed with the fact that you are just perpetuating this stereotype that all libertarians are quote-unquote stoners. I have never smoked pot before.
I don't think you are
I never want to. I never want to try, in all honesty. The drugs that are illegal, I don't want to try any of them.
I don't think any of you are stoners. You're nerds. He asked me about pot legalization.
My question is, how is it any of your business what I choose to put in my body if I'm not affecting anyone else?
Let the lady answer.
Okay, first of all, for alleged individualists, you're very mob-like. Second of all, it is my business. It is
all right,
my
but the question is, why is it your
when we are living in a welfare state? You get rid of the welfare state, and then we'll talk about drug legalization. But right now, I have to pay for, it turns out, coming down the pike, your health care. I have to pay your unemployment when you can't hold a job. I have to pay for your food, for your housing.
But if someone's not using any of those programs in a hypothetical world or whatever, then would you be okay with it?
Look,
if we didn't have a socialist country and you didn't have to pay for their drug use?
That's exactly the point I'm saying you guys ought to be concentrating on. We live in a welfare state.
That was a non-answer.
She won't answer the question.
I am answering the question.
Thanks, I think.
What do you mean I haven't answered the question?
Would you say all the drugs should be legal if we didn't have a socialist healthcare system?
I wouldn't care.
Latinos here in this country that do agree that the immigration problem is a problem and it does need to be addressed and it does need to be fixed.
That's interesting.
But making those comments, those racist comments, do not help.
And
if you kick
every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's... No.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying
there's more jobs. I think what you're saying is that Trump himself
needs to look
probably relies on a lot of these people that he's insulting.
If I saw that clip just with the 10 seconds, I'd hate me too.